Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Kelvin Wilson of We Do Movies, We Do TV, and Movies, Food, and Hip Hop. And I'm back again with another We Do commentary. So I want to do this We Do commentary because yesterday was the world premiere of Black Panther. So the cast and crew and some Hollywood stars, and of course, all of Hollywood came out to support the Black Panther world premiere screening. But I wanted to do this because today I just saw this article that the Hollywood Reporter just posted, and it's about Wesley Snipes. And Wesley Snipes gives his story. He finally gives his story about his version of Black Panther. And for those that don't know, Wesley Snipes back in the day was eyeing to do Black Panther. He had got Stan Lee's blessing. He was looking for writers and directors. I believe he was going to play T'Challa. So he was on board to do this. Now, this is way before, really like the comic book movie explosion happened. So this is this was before Spider-Man. This is before X-Men. This is even before he became Blade. So in the story, it just talks about how it was just kind of hard to, especially at that time, to kind of create the world of Wakanda, because Wakanda is such this beautiful, vibrant, technologically advanced nation. And at that period of time, it's super hard to even try to come up with how this place is going to look. Because maybe really around that time, they didn't really have the technology to go forth with the experience like they do right now. He also talked about Columbia Pictures picked it up, so they were going to distribute it through Columbia Pictures. He also talks about that two directors that they were going for was Mario Van Peebles, because Wesley, just did New Jack City. So basically, after New Jack City, Wesley Snipes' names and price went up. So he could probably do whatever he wanted to do. And I know in the article he talked about that he didn't really reach out to Mario, but he did have a conversation with John Singleton. And what John Singleton wanted to do, I guess, didn't fit what Wesley had in his mind. Because Wesley had in his mind that he wanted to explore Wakanda. So basically he said, from what we're seeing of Wakanda for the newer Black Panther movie that's coming out, that was kind of his vision of how he saw Wakanda. And John Singleton kind of wanted to maybe put Black Panther in the era of the civil rights movement, and Wesley wasn't kind of feeling that. And the other story that was talked about in the article I thought was fascinating too, was because this reminded me of a lot of, if you haven't seen Beverly Hills Cop, go buy Beverly Hills Cop on Blu-ray. There's a behind the scenes stuff about Beverly Hills Cop and how before Eddie Murphy came along into the picture, they had got Sylvester Stallone, and Sylvester Stallone had to rewrite the script because I guess he wasn't used to he was kind of used to doing some comedy, but not in the way that they originally wrote it. And so a lot of what Sylvester Stallone actually wrote for Beverly Hills Cop eventually became Cobra. And so I think what happened was Wesley Snipes took that mold that he went through with Black Panther and just took it and said, you know what, let's, instead of doing Black Panthers, since I'm not probably going to get the chance to do this, how about I just do Blade? So I thought that was a really good trade-off, because maybe at that particular time, and I can't say people wasn't ready for Black Panther at that particular time, because a lot of people seem to be ready for Blade, but then again, Blade and T'Challa are two very different characters. And I know another thing that I remember him talking about in the article, how it was very much a hard sell to actually get people to buy into doing Black Panther, because I think everybody thought that when he was talking about Black Panther, Wesley was talking about the comic book Black Panther, and everybody thought he must be talking about the Black Panthers from the 70s, where they was, the black, the Black Power movement and all that other stuff. So it was kind of a hard sell, but eventually, everything works out. Everything takes time. And I know it just seems like it took forever to get to this moment, but it's finally here, and Black Panther's coming out. And I know it's just a whole lot of people who cannot wait for this movie, black and white and all races. But I think this means a whole lot to African Americans. I think Wesley understood that when he wanted to do it, and he understands it now from the article that was written. And I just truly believe that he even said, he was like, yo, I support this Black Panther movie 1,000%. Like, I think he's excited just like everybody else is excited. And he even said that, like, he's seen some of the other Marvel films as well. He said some that he liked and some he didn't like so much. But I think that, my personal opinion, I think Wesley is owed another Blade movie. I think because if it wasn't for Blade, you wouldn't have the success of Spider-Man. You wouldn't have the success of the X-Men. And the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe would not be happening right now if it wasn't for Blade. And Blade was that launching pad. Now, Blade might not fit the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but Blade was the catalyst for this thing to go on. And that's just how I feel about it. You guys tell me what your opinion is. Hit us up on Facebook at We Do Movies. You can check out my commentary on that page. You can check out my commentary as well on the We Do TV's page and the Movies, Food, and Hip Hop page as well. You can also check out my reviews and my commentaries, not just on those pages, but also on my YouTube channel as well. And until then, we'll see you next time. Peace.